Heads up in the belly room, we are now streaming live, so watch out what you say.
What? How do you get this down? It needs to go further down. Sorry, I'm losing that thing.
Yeah, where'd you get it?
It's always the cylinder. That's the issue. That's why you need to do it down. It won't make the camera.
Hold this.
Well, take care of what you need to do. I'll try to get the stream going.
Fuck. What's up, Ustream?
Who is he? Get your board on, raised in the streets. You can smell it when I step in your room. I know good and mud so mean that them niggas like, ooh, fuck is that? And I hop the car so clean that them hoes like, ooh, fuck is that? I know like right, left, back, forth. Yeah, I got the money, nigga, that's the boss. Stays with the B-boy, stands the club on like, ooh, fuck is that? Quick, wanna take, no stick. Wanna take, no stick. Niggas wanna take shit tight, no slick. Just bought a Cadillac, from the T-top shop.
Told you.
Two color flip-flop in the red lollipop.
Shit.
But I still got my Glock hot. Blue money, motherfucker, don't you see the big dot? Don't you see the big time? Don't you see the big rim from the hoodie?
Homemade falafel, no chicken. Because he's a vegan. Well, not really.
I get, do I get those?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I think you can eat all that. There's no seafood. So you're
Yeah.
not going to die or anything. How do you spell falafel? F-A-L-A-F-E-L.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, somebody just called me. This is Brian, right?
Hello.
Hi.
Is there stuff in the office?
Yeah.
I'm gonna see what I can put on.
They do it during the show. You This would be the guy to talk to.
I go on stage at 8:10, 8:15, so if he misses me, I won't be able to do anything until after. If you just want to send them after,
You signed
it's
up?
like,
All the names are in the bucket. Show starts around
I will
8.
be
And
done
just
at
pull names out, but
9:45.
But the room's actually not open at the moment, so
Okay, so
they'll make an announcement when the doors are open.
okay, all right.
Thank you.
Fuck. What?
We spell arugula.
What?
The plastic piece.
Dude, I had it fixed.
No,
man.
it's not.
It was fixed. All you have to do is fucking have it
No,
set
what
up
I'm
enough.
saying is this wasn't tightening because of the
Pull this
plastic.
out. We don't care about it being tight. We just have to have
I didn't
it.
want it.
Deal with this later.
Okay, then I'll have to take
Yeah,
it.
just put it.
I think you
Put
wanted
it
to
up. Man. Just put it up.
Should we open
We
the
don't.
doors? I'm pretty angry.
Help me.
You don't have to fuck with it. We just need it to work.
You guys recorded today? I mean, you guys are doing like a big thing? You guys doing like a big taping
Same
session?
thing we do every week.
Okay, cool. Is there any way I can please come get on this?
I don't know, man. There's something busy. You have to ask Josh.
Josh, do I have something to open the doors?
Yeah, I'm gonna go get it.
You're gonna do it?
But yo, I've been taking it slow. I watch it around. Let the car crash, and later hustle it down. Nah, I'm still here for real. I'm still here. It wasn't looking pretty, but Swizzy, I'm still here. They said I could have been brain dead in a wheelchair, but I'm standing in the booth and the skills are still here. Yeah, the hustler home, the hustler home. Let's celebrate and toast with a cup of Patron. I got my drink and my juice, I got my drink and my juice, I got my drink and my juice, I got my drink and my juice.
Jay's sitting there.
I grew up on the crime side, the New York Times side. Staying alive is no job, at second hands. Moms bounced on old man, so then we moved to Shannon Land. A young dude, you're rocking the go-to. Low goose, only waits, obligating the G York is drug blue. And let's start it like this, son. Go on with this one, and that one. Pulling out gats for fun. But it was just a dream for the team who was a fiend. Smoking rooms at 16. And running up big gates and doing hits for high stakes. Making my way on 5 skates. No question I was speed for cracks and weed. The combination ain't my eyes bleed. No question I was pull up and try to get the bird off. Sticking up right woods on your wood.
Reagan is a dickless idiot. He doesn't have a dick, and he's an idiot. His favorite author is Graham Greene. Pat Reagan is a dickless idiot. Dickless, dickless, dickless. Dickless, dickless, dickless. Dickless, 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 oh. Dickless, dickless, dickless. Yada-dee, da-ha-dee, da-ha-da. Yada-dee, da-ha-dee, da-ha-da. His favorite author is Graham Greene. Oh, Pat Reagan smells like a hard-boiled egg now, baby. Let me hold you tight. Take the place of my ex-girlfriend. Like her, you are white. You're both white, you're both white. Da 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 da. You're both white, you're both white. Da 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 da. I drew your face on a hard-boiled egg. It felt nice, we made out for hours. Meet my new girlfriend, she's a hard-boiled egg. And she's white and she's rich in iron. She's cage-free, she's cage-free. Da-da-da-da-da. She's stinky, she's jiggly. Da-da-da-da-da-da. She's cage-free, she's stinky, she's jiggly, she loves me. She's fucking rich in omega-3. I took her to Broadway to see Wicked. I only had to buy one ticket. And see Wicked for free. I picked her up at a Trader Joe's with 11 of her closest bros. I made an omelet, a giant omelet, and she's the only one that I spare. My family's quite concerned about my mental health, but they're all little nuts themselves. I'm doing very well. I work at Taco Bell. And my girlfriend is a hard-boiled egg. One time I almost ate her, but then I remembered that I date her. And there is no love greater than the kind in my refrigerator. And that's the story of my life. The story of my life. It goes 1, 2, 3. Then we jump in the water. It's just you and me and these oceans of blue that surround us. This blue that surrounds us now. I'm a baby boy. You're my best friend Greg's dad. You, me, and Greg went on a jet ski group tour. You and I ditched the tour so we could be alone. Now you're the king of my body and I am the god of the ocean. I hope Greg's not upset that we totally ditched his fat ass, his tubby ass. But I'm tired of playing these crazy games with your emotions. You are an angel. I fucking love you. Greg's dad, cool guy, sweet man. gentleman. Yum, 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 yum. Soft hair, kind eyes, sweaty back, thick thighs, great lips, fat hips, fucking angel. We make love in the open water, and you start to hum a Peter Gabriel song. But we're interrupted by the U.S. Coast Guard, who informs us something's wrong. Greg is dead. There was an accident. Oh my God. And the Coast Guard asked us if we could identify the body. I say that's definitely Greg, you can tell by his fat ass, his tubby ass. And you turn to me and say, looks like it's down to just us, babe. You goddamn angel. Te amo. Oh, te amo. Te amo, Greg's dad. Te amo, Greg's dad. I fucking love you. Hey guys, welcome to the world famous Comedy Store. I'm gonna play one more song, and then Kill Tony's gonna start. You guys stoked for that? Let's give a good round of applause for Kill Tony. It's gonna be a fun show, guys. I just come up here and they just give me time.
It's gotta be like a really short song.
Let's do it.
Sorry, man, I tried.
All right, here's a really short song. It goes like this. Hard boiled eggs. I spread my legs. Pop one in. I'm shoving hard-boiled eggs up my ass on a Tuesday morning. Well, these hard-boiled eggs drive me crazy. I feel like such a dirty little whore. One egg feels good, but two's amazing. I want more. More, 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 more. You guys ready to start Kill Tony? You guys ready to start the show? Let's do some interviews. All right, it's going to start up in just a second. Thank you very much.
Hey, this is Red Band coming to you live from the world famous Comedy Store for a brand new episode of Kill Tony Volume 2. Give it up for Tony Hinchcliffe!
Yay, everybody. It's another episode of Kill Tony. How you guys doing tonight? How crazy is this? Episode 94 of Kill Tony, live from the Comedy Store, streaming right now. The livest show in the world.
Yes.
And we're here. Hi, everybody. Woo! There's a real live audience here. People watching this stream, I promise you. It's all happening. Lainey and Jerry are coming in now. Fuck yeah, welcome guys.
Hey, just turn off your cell phone right now. How about this? Because every show your cell phone goes off.
Yeah, when you guys order drinks tonight, try to just whisper
Just
to the
go.
waitress. You guys are so loud. I know you don't hear it, but it's a live podcast, and you guys have become the accidental fucking room tone. So just settle
It's
it
like
down.
those two guys from the Muppets that sit in the little side thing.
It's true. You guys are loud as fuck. You need to settle down over there. But we love you. They're here every week. Put your hands together for Jerry and Lainey. Basically, Tony's grandparents. So good. All right, settle down, Jerry.
See,
You
it's-
fucking
what
animal.
the fuck happened?
Jesus Christ. You're that guy.
I got it. From now on, they have to wear ball gags, like S&M ball gags. Wouldn't that be awesome?
That would, no, it wouldn't be. That would be so creepy. Those two with ball gags in their mouths.
It's hot,
Great.
especially the little one.
All right. Here we are, everybody. Let's do it again. The only show where comedians watch comedians and we goof around the entire time. Every single week, we have a sponsor. She makes us a meal every single week, and it's always delicious. That's Elise Lane sitting right over there. Super comedy chef. She's a personal chef for Russell Peters, and she cooks us and the guests a brand new meal every single week. Tonight, it's oven-roasted garlic herb chicken breast with Greek-style pearl couscous, hummus, and vegan homemade falafel for me and Moshe Kasher. Because we're vegans and we're healthy as fuck. Settle down. Brian, this is such a horrible part of the show where you grab food and fucking breathe it on me. It's so weird. It's a joke that will never catch on. It's the most random fucking thing. You really don't have to commit to it, I promise you.
All right, let's stop.
It's chicken. Guys, every single week we have a patriot that keeps us safe. It used to be a man in a $5,000 Iron Man suit, and then he left the show telling us that he was irreplaceable. So to show him how irreplaceable he is, we've replaced him every single week with a brand new person basically doing the same thing. This week it's no different.
A little better though.
Yeah.
Right?
Always, because now we have comedians doing it. This week is a return comedian, one of my favorite friends, one of the coolest people, just wrote on Gerard Carmichael's NBC pilot, Go Gerard Go, one of the right-hand man to some of the best comedians in the game. It's the one and only Willie Hunter, everybody. There he is. Wow. Fully committed. Just with the shoulder pads tonight. I love it, Willie. This is a good look for you.
Thank you.
You gonna commit to the mask the whole time? You have such a likable face. Yeah. There he is, Willie Hunter, everybody. Look at him, isn't he cute? Keeping us safe. He's fully prepared. You've done this a few times. You excited about tonight's show?
Oh, I'm very excited, man.
There's something not on.
Yeah.
Is it his mask? Is it the mic?
Is it on now?
I think it's on. I think it's on.
So you just have to really eat that mic because you don't have the speaker box on.
There it is. We're all over it, guys. This is podcasting gold right now.
What happened to the speaker box, Josh?
Oh, it broke.
It broke. How do we? This is my second speaker box that
It was
I've
broke
had.
from the beginning. It's not my fault.
You know it's not. You know the podcast isn't crushing when you hear a dog bark at the comedy store. Let's just throw that out there right now. That I'm aware that the show has started a little bit slowly. We're all fully aware of that. Let me just acknowledge it so we can move on to the next part of the show. Willie, you're excited about our guests, right?
Who are the guests again?
That we don't do that on this show. Just say yes and we move on.
Yes, I'm excited.
Me too. It's another two of our favorite friends. They've done the show a couple times before, and they are back again. Another two of the best for you, everybody. It's Moshe Kasher and Jeffrey Ross. Live and in the flesh. Can you believe it? Here they come, because I'm sure Josh Martin is all over it. Hell yeah, perfect. Jeff Ross bringing 2 meals. Oh yeah. Rocking it. You got the lunchbox, the food, Moshe Kasher's in the house, coffee.
You told me it was a long show. I wanted to carb up.
I love it. Welcome back, guys. Moshe, how are you?
I'm good. I'm still thinking about Jeff carving up. This is carved down right now.
You are, right? What'd you do with your falafel that was made? Did you already eat it?
I felt like it was anti-Semitic to offer a Jew falafel, so I went the other way.
And did what?
I put it in my ass. It was good. So the Department of Homeland Security style.
I I love that. Every single week, our Patriot asks the questions to the guests. So go ahead. I have these guys write. They have a week to prepare. Let's see
Is
what
Tom Brady ashamed to show his face in public?
I can see your head spinning right now looking at me. What are you thinking about me, Jeff?
You look like Jeff Goldblum's stand-in from The Fly.
I guess my first
You
question...
look like you're about to play football at Comic-Con.
You know what, I'm going to ask you about the first question then. You've roasted a lot of people. You got the Bieber roast coming up here pretty soon. Give it up for that, everyone. My question is, besides roasting me, who's been the weirdest person you've roasted? Like, maybe famous or not famous?
The weirdest person?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I roasted Richard Branson without him knowing it. And that didn't end well. It was a prank. He's probably the only person ever to get mad at me. It was a prank. I've told Tony this story before, but you should never roast somebody unless they volunteer, because his friends put me up to it. It was in Canada, and he kind of laughed. They were laughing so hard, and he wasn't really laughing. And he got up at the end, and he pretended to give me a hug, and he poured his drink on my head.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so fucking where he lives, which is in a $1 billion mansion.
What was your reaction? What did you do? Like, did you just sit there and
I mean,
tape
we
it? Or?
both kind of were. I had to be a good sport. Who am I, of all people, to try to get pissed off about something? But it hurt. It made me realize you have to roast people who volunteer, and also no one over 85. Because Jerry Lewis had a heart attack once on the flight home.
Would you think there was a specific joke that probably upset him?
Upset who?
Richard Branson, when you roasted him, that he would...
I can't remember.
Do you think he...
I blocked it out like it was a rape.
Do you think he thought he was being funny?
Yeah. And then afterwards his buddy says, oh, he does that all the time. He's done that to a lot of people who pranked him. He doesn't like to give... You can't prank powerful people.
Right. Yeah.
Our first piece of advice here tonight on Kill Tony. Right, for these young up-and-comers... By the way, Up-and-Comers is also one of my favorite porno series.
What's your question for Moshe?
For Moshe is...
Oh, somebody remembers that one? That's cool.
I have a question for you, actually, Willie.
Oh, sure, go ahead.
When you were putting the weird, like, Jason future pedophile thing on, did you make the choice to tuck your t-shirt in? Or was it already pre-tucked and you just went with it?
That was my first choice.
Oh, cool. You thought that would add to the look in some way?
Willie, how could you look like a child and a child molester at the same time?
Man, first Terrence Howard gets fired, then Don Cheadle. They're really fucking going low in the bucket for you.
You recently, you post a lot of, like, hate mail you get, and recently you had one in Miami, I believe. Do you secretly love hate mail? It's got to be powerful to know that someone took the time out of their day to write you something like that.
Yeah, no, I like it. I'm into it. I elicit it. I have a section on my website that's for hate mail. And so if anybody out there wants to talk some shit, and you want to get schooled by a sort of foppish-looking hipster, well, I'm ready.
I love that. So haters are welcome with you.
Haters always welcome.
I love that. You invite them right in, and then blast them on the rebuttal.
Just fucking straight up blast them, dude.
Did you ever get offended off any hate mail? Like, you're like, oh, this is...
I get offended on every single piece of hate mail. It hurts every single time. But then I think about you in that costume, and it makes me feel really good about it.
I think it's time for the show stuff.
Willie, have you ever gotten hate mail?
No.
All right.
Willie, have you ever gotten email?
Have you gotten any mail whatsoever in your life? Has anyone really confirmed your existence, Willie?
No.
Okay.
Well,
good luck with the game, whatever you're doing.
Thank you, Jeff.
And keep that shirt tucked in. Everything's going to take off. Let's get this party started, guys. We're going to do it again. You guys know the drill. Comedians signed up with a chance to come up and do 1 minute of stage time and then talk to comedians. And that's how we do it. Comedians, you know your 60 seconds is up when you hear the sound of a kitty. You better wrap it up then. or else you're gonna bring out the angry West Hollywood bear. That's it.
That's the West Hollywood PD, I think.
There you go. For tonight.
I just had an American Sniper moment.
I guess that's the bear tonight. We're gonna rock with it. You guys excited? It's Kill Tony 94. To the bucket we go. During our first minute tonight, the comedian that goes by the name of, oh, we know this guy. It's Fang Chow, everybody.
Wow. How are you guys doing? Good? Yeah. You guys look like an okay crowd. I think. We'll see. My Chinese name is Feng Chao. I got 700 points on my SAT test. Just for the name. Should have been everybody laughing. It's a smart joke. The other day, my buddy Jake asked me for a favor. He said, dude, I need you to leave a message on this Chinese girl's phone that I'm really into. I said, sure, look at me. I'm a gentleman. Here is the message that I left on the phone. To whoever this is, Jake is a douchebag. My name is Feng Chao. My phone number is 414 bobbity bobbity bob.
There it is. Fang Chow. You did it again.
Thanks.
What's your initial thoughts on Fang Chow? We've seen him a few times here on Kill Tony.
That was funny, man. That was funny. It was fun how you went into real Chinese at the end when you said bobbity bobbity bob.
Well, I tried to learn English, trying, but I thought like I didn't want to give out my phone number. That was.
Of course, no.
No, I got what you were doing. I was doing a racist joke.
Now, Fang, you actually are from China, right?
Yes,
And
Beijing, China.
How long have you been in America?
6 years.
Yeah.
6 years.
What have you been doing in the 6 years here?
I went to school, but I quit school and I moved out here to do comedy, Los Angeles. I moved here last year, about I want to say May.
Does China know that you quit school and you're just doing stand-up comedy in America?
They know. They kicked me out because I'm not really good at math. They were like, yeah, we're gonna deport you. I was like, fuck you guys, I'm out. Too many people there. Like I look.
Where was the school?
UW Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Oh God.
I know.
You went straight from China to Wisconsin?
Finally, a cold, gray netherworld that's worse than China.
Yeah.
Wow. Was there a direct flight? I'd be curious.
No, there's no direct flight to Chicago though.
How do you say the flight to Milwaukee is leaving in 10 minutes in Chinese?
航班要飞到米尔沃基，将在10分钟开始。
Wait a second. What part of that was Wisconsin?
Did you say Milwaukee?
It made me hungry. I don't know what it was.
Did you learn English in China?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay, because you're pretty good for. Yeah, you're pretty good.
Thanks.
I feel like
I get it. It's a compliment for my English.
Yeah, I mean it's a bad compliment. I'm not good at that. I should get back to insulting you. I felt like you stole Margaret Cho's thing that she does about her mom with your accent. That was a little joke. I'll forget it. You know.
That's one joke that I didn't get, but maybe I'll get it later.
They all got it. You know, in America, sometimes when a crowd really likes a joke, they'll be completely silent.
Did you start in Wisconsin or did you come to LA to start?
I started in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The comedy.
Did you ever do the Comedy Cafe?
Yes. Yes.
Do you know about that place? It's like owned by the mafia, and they'll kill you. They'll like pay you with a gun on a stack of cash when it's time to pay you.
Wow.
It's a really scary place.
It is pretty scary. A lot of white people.
Yeah. I guess in that way, every place in America is scary for you.
Anyway, Feng Shui. I hope you're not offended by the decor at all.
Yeah, I think that's like Japanese, isn't it?
I don't know.
The Japs.
The Japs? And you thought I was being racist.
I thought we were in a safe place to talk about shit.
I thought you were great. I thought when you're up there, you could drop your arms, you could open up a little bit more. You seem nervous. You had a great opening joke. Just let's see you a little bit. You have an interesting worldview, I bet. So yeah, I think you're playing a little dumb for your act. I think you're a smarter guy than that, and that's my only advice.
Thanks.
There's some notes from the roast master. You did it.
Thank you very much. It means a lot to me. Like I feel like it's an honor for me to like taking all the jokes from you guys. Like it's fun. I like it.
What?
Fun.
Yeah.
I'm taking the jokes. You
Yeah.
put on. Okay. That's nice.
Don't buy Rosetta Stone. Okay, I learned from it. It's not working out.
So how long do you get to stay in America?
Or how long were you supposed to stay in America? That's
That's important.
My visa ran out like about 5 years ago. So. Thank you for laughing. Thanks. Thank you guys. You guys are great.
I mean, you have to be pretty concerned if you're being honest. I mean, do you really?
It was a joke.
I know, but like, you seem like somebody that's here illegally, knowing you.
Wait, what do you mean?
Just knowing him, he seems like he's not supposed to be here.
What a douchebag.
There you go. You nailed it, Fang.
I thought you were funny, man.
How do you make money? How do you survive out here?
I do some translation between Mandarin Chinese and English.
Is there a lot of work for that? Where are you mostly doing that at?
Holy shit, you're a translator?
I'm guessing
Unfortunately.
casinos.
No, online I get a lot of assignments. Have a
Have these people never heard of Google Translate before?
Yeah.
And they're just like,
Or have they never heard of a person that actually knows English?
No, but it's easy for me, like, because I went to school for like I learned English for such a long time, and then Chinese is just my native language. It's easier for me to do that, and now I want to do comedy, and hopefully soon I will just get rid of the day job and telling jokes.
Billy, what do you think about Fang? What's your plan for him?
Well, I have no plan for him, but I think he's good.
Thank you. Thank you. My
I need
homeboys
that.
made the costume, but
Are there a lot of black people in China?
in China,
Yeah.
From Africa, yeah.
Oh, okay. What?
From Africa.
But they come straight from Africa? Like
Yeah,
there's
they were like, oh, we teach English here. Like, nah, bullshit. You don't teach English.
Wow.
If they would have said like I teach Ebonics, I was like, all right, so I get it. But
Oh my god.
Fang, I love your style, man. Thanks for
all right,
coming on the
thanks.
show.
Have a good night, guys.
He calls him Japs, but I just noticed he has Bruce Lee on his T-shirt, so it's sort of contradictory.
Oh, I thought that was his merchandise.
Follow Fang Chow on Twitter. He's the only guy with the name Fang Chow 8080. So if you're wondering who that was all this time, that's that guy.
This is fun, Tony. When do we start?
Do you remember something that you guys did when you very first started comedy that you can't believe that you did?
Yeah, I spoke in an extremely thick Chinese accent.
You know, I did speak in a very heavy New Jersey accent when I first started doing stand-up in New York, and it stuck out. So you work through it. I mean, it's endearing at first, but everybody sort of loses it after a while.
I did too, actually. Not a New Jersey accent, but I had growing up, I was like super into hip hop, sort of Oakland, so thought I was black style, and that went away as I got older. And then I started comedy, and it came back when I first got on stage. It was like some kind of weird, sort of defensive wall that I was building between me and the audience. And then eventually, when I got comfortable doing comedy, that went away again, which is good because it doesn't match my current look.
Does it ever come out like when you guys are drinking or having sex?
Comes out when I'm fucking, yeah, for sure. I'll be like, take that big black dick, and nobody knows what I'm talking about.
I have another friend who's white that sounds blacker than he sounds black on stage. It's Willie.
Oh no.
The whitest black guy in the world. And if you don't believe me, Look how deeply that shirt is tucked in.
I think tucks are coming back, man.
We know this guy that I just pulled out of the bucket. The last couple times he's been on the show, he's been so stoned, like to the gills, that a lot of it hasn't even been. Even Fang Chow couldn't translate what was going on. But here he is, ladies and gentlemen. It's Ian Ellis, everybody.
Hello. The Transformer is blackish. I was on YouTube today. I wanted to know why countries hate us. Seemed like a conversation Surrey wasn't ready to have. The number one reason is our decadence. You know who the most decadent people in the world are? Arabs with oil money. Jay-Z wishes he could ball so hard. We buy a lot of shit we don't need. They buy people. This is not working at all. Number two reason, because we're a Christian country. Italy has 2 popes. They're 3 popes shy of forming megapope. That's how the Inquisition got started. Another reason is they hate us for our freedom. We're 7th in freedom. Ireland has more freedom than us. Nobody hates those potato monkeys. I'm trying to blow up those porch gingers.
Wow. You need some weed, man? I got some.
This is you sobered up and it turns out you're just an angry fuck. What did
You just gave him weed for real?
Yeah.
what was the first thing that you called a potato monkey? Wow.
That was wild, man.
Did an Irish girl an Irish guy steal your girlfriend or something? Like what? How much do you have to hate Irish people to get to potato monkeys? Oh Jesus!
Well, you lost me at Hero.
Yeah. You say hello, we say goodbye. You know what I'm saying?
It was interesting. Your whole act seemed to be, I mean, just this minute of it seemed to be based on like facts that were not in any way public information. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're 7th in freedom.
Arabs buy humans. What was the second thing?
That we're a Christian nation.
You said something else though.
We're 7th in freedom. They hate us for our decadence.
Yeah, I didn't know any of the facts that you were. So that was interesting. I mean, comedy in some ways is about relatability.
How long have you been a black Israelite?
How did you find out that we were 7th in freedom? What did you rank that yourself or?
That's Noam Chomsky, man. He looks like he should own some Noam Chomsky books.
I mean, I know who Noam Chomsky is. I don't try to incorporate him into my stand-up comedy act.
You should work on that.
No, Chomsky is some funny shit.
Halfway through, you commented how bad you were doing. That's probably not a good idea, because then the rest of the set, we were all noticing really how bad you were doing.
Oh, I remember 2 popes in Italy. What?
Yeah, he's right. There's 2 popes.
There are?
One's still alive who retired. It's ridiculous.
Oh, that's who you met?
Everything you said made sense on a certain level, and a lot of it is honestly. Some of your jokes were brilliant. The ideas behind them I thought were brilliant, but you have this timing of a suicide bomber. If you slow it, what's your name?
Ian.
If you slow it down and just sort of relish those ideas a little bit, you'll be lethal.
Thank you, sir.
Not just look lethal.
American Gomer Piles.
You gotta stop trying, Ian. Stop trying. Or else you're gonna bring out the angry West Hollywood bear, and you don't want to do that tonight. It sounded like gunfire. Whoa, he's ready. Don't do it. All right.
Well, I kind of like that you have like that stoner laugh, but that you cited Noam Chomsky. I think that's good. Oh, Noam Chomsky.
Yeah, I feel like at some point you got high between your set and right now.
pot is seeping through his hand right now.
Yeah, you get the flop sweats plus a bud in your palm. You'll get high as fuck.
Fuck yeah. Ian, what are you doing what's happening in your life? You moved here from Chicago how long ago?
I came out here in August.
Uh-huh. How's that going for you?
I got an apartment on Sunset Strip. It's been great.
Apartment on the Sunset Strip?
Yeah.
Yo, Sunset Strip, huh?
Yeah.
You know, Sunset Strip's one of the best places to buy cattle in Los Angeles. You might want to do a bit about that.
And as far as, areas in LA, it's got like the 18th most freedom.
Absolutely.
It's like really awesome in the freedom category.
Oh, the one thing I will say about Europe, if you're going to do the Irish thing again, which I don't recommend, but if you are going to do it, they actually, you can't get an abortion legally in Ireland, so they're not super free. I would choose another. Oh, but you have to do all your racist
I don't
things.
choose the facts.
Well, that's not a fact that we're the 7th most free country. It
is. You can Google
that's
it.
not. You can Google. You can also Google me getting ass fucked by Jeff Ross, and it's on there. Well, that's a fact. But anyway, no, I'm saying like that's subjective.
Which actually happened in Ireland.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. It was the most Jews that had ever been in Ireland, actually.
And the coolest thing I've got to do here is do a lot of art for Kill Tony. We have episode 100 coming up.
Thanks, man. Thanks for promoting the show that we're already doing. Thank you. They know. Hell yeah. Good job. Way to really save it. Ian, so what else is happening in life? You moved here in August. You have an apartment. You have a job?
Yeah, I just got a job at the mess hall.
What's that?
I'll be doing food prep. It's a restaurant over in, I think, Los Feliz.
You think Los? You don't know the place that hired you? Can't lose this job, Ian. that cooking at mess hall might just be your real calling.
It's a good restaurant. I can vouch for that
Really?
restaurant. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he said Los Feliz. That's like your fucking
It's my home.
planet Krypton.
Yeah, that's right. No, it's a good restaurant.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
What's your favorite thing to get there?
They have, I don't know, what do you mean?
All right, I mean, you sounded like you really liked it. I mean, I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I always have like a favorite dish wherever I go.
Yeah.
And I was gonna try to figure out how to make a joke. I was gonna hope that potatoes were in it. Maybe they were made by a potato monkey. Like I was searching for anything. But instead you said nothing. You could have even just made up a dish and I would have ran with anything. But now it's like a whole thing.
I'm sorry I did this to you, Tony.
No, it's all good. Ian, good luck, buddy. Rock and roll. There he is. Ian Ellis. We tried to connect from the beginning. We said hello. That was topical. We get Bang Chow up here. It's all happening. Follow Ian Ellis at Chicago Open Mic on Twitter. Let's go back to the bucket, everybody. I'm reading some of the live things on the stream. The live, what do they call those?
Live comments.
Live comments. Live comments. I just turned into an 80-year-old host. What do they call those?
I live on Sunset Strip.
This is another guy that we've seen on the show before. I believe he originally moved here from Montana a while ago. Put your hands together for Tyler Mesnarek.
What's up? Hey, I was watching a Beyonce music video on TV, and my grandfather walked in and just started staring intently at Beyonce. So then I get up to leave before he can say something racist, and I didn't make it. Like he just grabs me on the shoulder and he spins me around and he says, "Hey, who's that girl? She looks pretty good." You ever notice that like 80-year-old men always touch their stomach, they say creepy things? I said, "That's Beyonce." He's like, "Oh, all right." We used to have magazines of girls like that back in the war. Yeah, the magazines were called Tan. Because she's mulatto. Which, as far as the racist things go, like mulatto's not that bad. Like, it doesn't sound as much like a racial slur as like a refreshing drink. Like you get at a Starbucks, Hey, what's up? Can I get a tall mulatto, please? Oh, actually, this,
Wait, I always love that. I want to hear the end of it, though, even though the bear came out.
All right.
It's so cool.
Actually...
Go ahead.
Actually, this mulatto's for my grandfather. Can you put a little more cream in it? He doesn't like when it's so dark.
I think the bear saved you on that one. So,
It's because he's racist.
did your grandpa really say that?
Yeah, he actually really did.
So
say
what
that.
did you really say when he said that? Did
I
you
just-
laugh in his face? Like, what happened?
He actually followed me like out of the room into another room to finish telling me about that. And I just kind of looked at him like, wow, that's crazy. And then I went back to what I was doing. It really, like, I don't know what you say to like an 80-year-old man when he says something like that. I don't know what he's trying to do.
I think he'd say, bust out that dick and let's jerk it together, Greg.
Somebody should have said
That's true.
Yeah, you're not Jewish, huh?
No.
That's how we do it in Jewish families.
Where the phrase "dirty Jew" came from.
That's right. Yeah, your grandfather invented the phrase "dirty Jew."
I like the rubbing the stomach part. I don't know the mulatto thing. If you could reword it or make it a little bit more
I just don't
happy
see
or
where you're.
something.
I just don't see where you're like. Instead of making it I mean, if that's really where you want to go, you could always do that. But I just think there's more to the genuine him actually saying that, and then I want to know more. Like, what happened then? What did he follow you to tell you about the black magazines? This sounds so entertaining. Like, there's no show where there's just some crazy 80-year-old man that is actually just saying whatever comes to his mind.
Well, like, he lives at my my uncle's cabin. He's like retired there, so like
He lives in your uncle's cabin?
Yeah.
That's
This is the most Montana story of all time. There's like weird porn and racism and cabins.
But like he sits there and he watches like best.
Yeah, shit.
Wow.
Show the camera.
Willie, how'd you get on the cover of this magazine?
Kill that
It's a great headshot, Willie. You should use that as your Twitter avatar. Fucking lovely. Wow, so that's the real thing. It was 25 cents.
I like the what is it called?
The captions.
Headlines.
Yeah.
What a fool I was. How I was a fool.
Love across the color line.
Oh, it's not a porn magazine?
No, it's a
gossip magazine?
It's basically like 50 Shades of Black is what it seems like.
It can't be a porn magazine with this person on
Right,
it.
it's a gossip magazine is what it says.
Yeah, because look.
That's crazy. Your grandfather was essentially reading like Ebony magazine. There's no way. In 1920, you painted your grandfather being this racist. He's a fucking progressive.
By the looks of this magazine, I'm guessing your grandpa gets a boner when he sees a bottle of Aunt Jemima. So.
Now that was racist, see?
No, it's not. That lady looks like Aunt Jemima.
I feel like anytime you say that, it's racist. Even if it's actually Aunt Jemima on the magazine.
Fuck yeah. So Tyler.
Yeah.
What other is that it as far as crazy stuff your grandpa says?
Well, like he reads like Tom Clancy novels, and he watches like world's craziest water slides all the time.
All the time?
All the time.
Wow. Okay.
I hung
There's
out with
something
him.
there.
I hung out with him because I only see him every once in a while. I hung out with him for like a day, and we watched it for like 8 hours. And he would just be like, "Look at that one. That one's real crazy."
Jesus. Does he ever go down water slides?
Well, I found out like what it was. It was kind of like softcore porn a little bit because they only show like really hot girls doing the water slide. So it's a lot of close-ups of like boobs and butts.
Do you know what pornography is? He's like, I'm pretty sure that gossip magazine and that water slide show was porn.
Well, it fits in line with what my grandfather thinks pornography is.
Right.
Wow. Your grandpa watches hours and hours of girls going down water slides.
It was a marathon, so maybe it was just a special occasion. I don't know if he does it all the time.
That's amazing.
But
Fuck
he
yeah.
mostly watches Fox News. So.
Jeff Ross, what do you think about Tyler?
I don't know. Brian's pulling up myfreecams.com.
Oh, Jesus, Brian.
Very
Come
distracting.
on.
He's streaming porn for no reason.
Willie, what do you think about Tyler?
Oh, I want to know more about your grandpa, man. This guy sounds like a hoot.
That's right.
How old is he?
He's like in his 70s. It's like 75 or something.
Do you guys ever go out, like picnicking or something?
He doesn't drink anymore. He joined the Navy because he like got a DUI in like 19 whatever.
What a patriot.
And they basically said like you could either go to war or you could go to jail.
He sounds cool, your grandpa.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I wish he was here instead of you, right?
Tyler, we had a blast with you.
Thanks, Tyler.
You have the, you have all the comedy flavor of a glass of water, and we really like your style. That's great. Did you get that shirt here or in Montana?
Got it here.
Really?
Yeah.
Yikes. I love it. Tyler, have a good night. Thank you. He's on Twitter at Tyler Nez. Got a lot of pockets on that shirt. None of those pockets containing a better shirt, unfortunately. Oh, good shirt roast joke that gets nothing in a live room. This is good. I know you guys got distracted by fucking... God damn it, what's that idiot's name about the thrift stores? What this moron looks like? This guy right here that just walked
Oh,
in.
Macklemore. Macklemore's here, guys. Guys, give it up for Macklemore.
This is an interesting one. This looks like a new name, which is a relief. Put your hands together for Brian Blank. Here he comes, Brian Blank. This has to be Brian Blank, right?
No, it's
Wow,
not.
it's not.
You know what that means, Willie Hunter.
He just got blacklisted. That's what happens when you miss your spot on a live show.
Yeah.
That guy over there makes a bunch of sounds. I pull another name out of the bucket. And that name is Sean Bigley. A human being just stood up in the back of the room. I believe this has to be Sean Bigley. He's making a right turn and he's approaching the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Sean Bigley, everybody.
I have to put my dog down soon. I mean, I have to kill him. He's really good at laying down. His legs don't work. But the vet keeps giving me weird euphemisms. He's like, it's really good to see you, man. I'm like, I get it. I'm super handsome, fun to be around. But I just wish it was like the old days, like of mice and men. So I could just take him somewhere really pretty and pat him on the head, shoot him in the head, and just make sure the pack of squirrels following us didn't catch up with us and get to exact revenge for the squirrel he loved too much. Is it normal to have to hold your breath when you tie your shoes? Is that me?
There you go. He did it. A lot of heavy breathing during that set. It was a long walk to the back of the belly room, huh? That 25-foot walk gets that heart pumping, huh?
Yeah.
I like your style. You do not fit in the clothes that you're wearing. Did you just gain 40 pounds in the past week and you just haven't gone shopping yet?
Wait, did you say it's new?
Yeah, I just gained a lot of weight.
Oh, the weight is new. Because there's no excuse but that sweatshirt being new.
I just don't want to buy new clothes when I'm still fat, and I think I'm gonna get skinny again.
Yeah. No, it's Fat Kevin Christie, ladies and gentlemen. It's Kevin Crispy.
Oh, shit. So, Brian, what's happening? Where are you from?
Sean.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Brian didn't show up. Sean, where are you from?
I'm from Philadelphia. I moved here about 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah, San Pedro.
How long have you been talking about killing animals?
He got sick about 6 months ago, so.
Oh, that was a real story?
Yeah, he's got arthritis in his back leg, so he can't stand up much anymore. So I got to do like first gear and get him up, and then he can walk around. But, yeah, sorry guys.
When your dog dies, how are you gonna eat him?
Lean, yeah. No carbs.
So was the tying your shoe joke, was that like a tested joke that you knew would work?
I have no tested jokes, no.
Oh, how long have you been doing stand-up?
This is my first time.
Wow! Look at that! It's been a few weeks. That's one of my favorite things, is when it gets sprung on you. That's my favorite thing. That's so cool.
It's your first time on stage ever?
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, first bit of advice: don't call Jeff dude. It's overly familiar. But I would start. One bit of advice would be to start with the short joke at the beginning. So do the tied. It's like an establishing joke to like, here's who I am. I mean, and no offense on the fat jokes or whatever.
No,
but like you
thanks.
could say, you say like it's like you acknowledge it. Okay, I know what you're thinking or whatever, but don't ever say that. But you know what I mean? That little joke up front about tying your shoes. Then they go, oh, he's that guy, and then you can go into your weird story about murdering animals.
Did you ever see Mice and Men? You know,
Yeah.
He takes him out really gently on a nice day, and he doesn't know it's coming.
Yeah, we all know what happens
Sorry,
in
guys.
that book. So, Sean, how long have you wanted to do stand-up? Like, what's the deal? Did you know what you were walking into tonight?
Yeah, I know what I was walking into. I just.
What do you mean? How do you?
You guys, I don't know. It's a pretty gentle way it seems like to get into it.
Gentle.
I don't know. People are mean. Lately, you guys have been super nice. So.
Lately.
I'm sorry. I like that you seem like you knew your material, like especially for your first time. That joke kind of got lost about the vet saying that he missed you or whatever the fuck that was. I didn't really get that part at all. I think the whole idea of just killing your animal is pretty dark, and especially since it's a real story. So I don't know really where you're going with that. I might stick with like that one funny joke that you're supposed to open with.
Yeah.
Do a lot more of that kind of stuff, because unless you can find something funny about killing your dog and Mice and Men, that's a little dated.
But
the depression.
I think that you could get away. I think there was a funny joke in that story, which is that you say, I have to put my dog down. I think what you were trying to say is, I have to put my dog down. I'm sorry, that's not what I meant. I meant I have to kill him. Like, right?
Yeah, it was like
weird.
a euphemism, because
Right.
I brought up the euphemism.
You mumbled right over that, and so you're talking about murdering a dog, and so you're going to want to stick that punchline. It's probably not going to work anyway. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like...
Totally do. I mumbled, yeah.
Yeah, and especially when it comes to murdering dogs, they're just like, oh, this guy's going to kill his dog.
What do you do for work?
I'm an attorney.
Wow, you were awesome.
I have a new bit of advice. Just don't bother. This is not, you don't want this.
Do you actually get work? Like, are you a realtor? Are you some kind of like paralegal or something?
Yeah, I'm actually a huge fan of Jeff Ross. I represent...
Oh, well, then you're definitely an attorney. Everybody knows that every attorney loves Jeff Ross.
Jeff Ross and Greg
Are you a real attorney? Yeah, I'm a Jeff Ross fan, of course.
No, I represent military veterans in eviction lawsuits. So, yeah.
Whoa.
I meet a lot of cool dudes. It's fun.
You're awesome.
So are you, Moshe Kasher.
Thank you. You're great. I mean, yeah, I like this guy.
I do too. I think he's the best guy we've ever had.
Thank you.
I don't know
gone
about
so
you.
bad.
This sounds like every shady attorney ever, right? Just like, oh yeah, I only represent military guys that have been kicked out of their houses and whatnot. What do you really do? Where do you get the fucking big bucks, dude? Tell us the truth. How do you get those fancy extra small clothes? Where's the money? Let's talk about the fucking money.
I make $38,000 a year, so
You're not.
He works for veterans. He doesn't pay.
it's fun.
Well, you're
It's
like-
super fun.
You're a hero.
Why did you choose that sort of law?
I want to do military JAG, and so it seemed like a good entree, and it's civil. It's like the civil equivalent of being a public defender.
And
This
you
is
love-
so boring. Oh my!
No, you love a good entree. I think it's
I love
No, I feel like a jerk. I think you should start it. You should do it. Try it again. I think you should start with that tie your shoes joke, and then maybe work out the real dark kink. Because I don't think of Mice and Men as a dated reference. I mean, that's the point of Mice and Men. Is that I think you can. It's safe to talk about Mice and Men on stage.
I was
Be a little
wrong.
bit more
I
clear.
was speaking wrong. I'm sorry. You should probably get some laces on your shoes if you do that joke. Also.
Yeah, right. I didn't think of that until tonight.
Where's
in
the
the
tennis
car?
shoes?
Like, look at my shoes.
Well, hell yeah, Sean.
I heard
Yeah, go. No, go ahead.
I heard you mention Greg Giraldo real quick. He was a lawyer.
Yeah, it's.
To turn into a comedian, right? That's pretty cool. So you know it could work.
I don't know. He used to go to open mics, and he was like 2 years into law, and I'm 2 years into law. He was a lot smarter than me, but
Yeah, you're going to be able to really connect with those vets that you work with, because if you keep doing stand-up, you're going to bomb a lot. So prepare for that.
By the way, you doing stand-up once, I mean, even if you just never do it again, you should be proud of yourself for even trying it. And You definitely dressed for a podcast, so that's.
But it's actually there's something really interesting about you, which is that you're this like hipster-looking dude that is a military attorney. I think that's really, to me, that's very intriguing, and I would like to hear you. If you're going to do stand-up again, I want to hear you talk about that. Like, how do they treat you when you walk in the door? Like, you're obviously there's something intriguing and interesting about you.
They're not usually this small. It's just that happened this morning.
No, I'm not talking about.
It happened this morning? You ate a 70-pound sub or something for breakfast? Like, what happened? What are we talking about here?
If you get a boner, do you sneeze? Like, what happens?
No, you're right though. I meet weird, cool people every day, so it's neat.
Yeah.
Well, that is so fucking awesome. Congratulations on having your first time on stage here with us.
Thanks a lot.
Sean Bigley, everybody. We saw him here. There you go. Getting the handshake from...
I don't think he's going to bomb. I think he's going to murder.
Oh, I see what you did there. Sean Bigley is at SF Bigley. SF Bigley on Twitter. So go root on the newest comedian in the world, because he just started 7 minutes ago. Let's get another one up here, everybody. Maybe it'll be somebody else's.
I like this part of the show because this is when I can eat. The in-between part right here.
Yeah,
This guy's eating a pretzel. It made me hungry.
You have 60 seconds to eat. You
No,
ready?
not during the part when they do their jokes, but I mean when you pull the hat.
Oh, yeah. All right. Here we go. The next person coming up goes by the name of Faith Choice. Here she comes. Faith Choice.
So sometimes I want to have kids, but like most of the time I don't, because I don't want to ruin my vagina for anybody. You know, like I don't know if you can tell by looking at me, but I'm not even too comfortable with the fact that I have a vagina. Does not mean I don't want it in mint condition. I don't want to die with the bubble wrap on. You know? Like when I'm dying, I want death to be like, ooh, bubble wrap, pop, 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 pop. I don't think real women necessarily have to have curves. I do think that they should have eyebrows. That's what I think. I think if I see you on Tinder and it looks like you fell face first onto a dull pencil, you're not getting yes swiped. I don't care how many puppies you're holding.
Fuck yeah, Faith Choice.
She knew her time exactly, didn't you?
Excellent.
Yeah. How long have you been doing comedy?
Let me guess.
Longer than I like to admit. Off and on for maybe like 6-7 years.
All right, I got a different feedback.
I should have said I just started.
Changes everything, right?
It does. I like the second joke a lot. The part about you not being comfortable having a vagina. I thought that was really funny. That was really cool.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I just want to say, Moses, you're so much funnier here.
I didn't get the bubble wrap thing at all.
Oh yeah, I shouldn't have told it because it's really
What do you mean?
You want to preserve your vagina?
It's like right out of the box.
Kind of, yeah.
Fresh out of the box.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It reminded me of like some kind of weird STD situation. I've been through that a lot, so that was my baggage.
Oh, you thought of it like razor bumps.
Or I don't know what I just heard pop, pop, pop. At first I thought Two Left Crew.
I don't know. You're blacker than I am.
Thank you so much for saying that. You made my night. You're the best time here.
Where are you from, Faith?
LA.
LA.
Yeah, Long Beach.
Yeah.
Some great material. I really enjoyed it.
Thanks. I'm stupid nervous.
Why have you been so on and off for 6 or 7 years?
Just like working. I refuse to have like 7 roommates, so I spend way too much money on rent. I like to keep jobs.
What do you do for work?
I did a lot of sales. I did a lot of customer service. Just a lot of,
What were you selling?
I've sold a lot of bullshit. I sold car warranties for a long time.
Wow.
Like on the phone. Yeah. I sell a lot of stuff on the phone because I don't like dressing like a grown-up for work. So,
Oh, interesting.
yeah.
So you're just committed to that, just working over the phone.
Yeah, like not getting dressed, like being able to cuss at people. It's fun to get paid for that.
Are you ticklish?
I'm actually not.
I gotta say though, I like the idea that the second joke was my favorite, and the idea not. I hope this is an offensive question, but you're not trans, right? You don't consider yourself that.
I'm just queerish.
Yeah, so I like that. That's what I felt from that joke, and I think that's a cool, because I know there's trans comedians, and there's obviously a lot of non-trans comedians. Most not. So the idea of something that's just sort of blasé about gender is something I feel like I've never seen anybody really talking about on stage. Who isn't like a politico talking about trans stuff. Is just like, I don't care about I don't relate to gender, and I think that's a cool area for you for comedy.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I think that in almost any set, like, people are going to want to hear something about that from you. You know what I mean? Like, some good acknowledgement to that. And I think that even in 1 minute, just the one joke about I might not be comfortable having a vagina, I still don't think it's enough. You know what I mean? Like,
Right, I want to know more. Like somebody that's just ambivalent about gender is really an intriguing idea. Like I want to know more about that.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
what? If you don't mind talking about it, like, what are you and like, what's your thing?
I mean, if I have to if I have to like write it out, if someone asks me to, I'm like gay, pretty gay. I don't know. I don't like calling myself a lesbian.
Oh, now I get it.
It just sounds.
It's not Moses.
My glasses are in the shop.
I mean, I think that is so cool, like, because there's so much polarized politics over like gender and queer stuff that somebody that like what you're talking about, like not really caring about it but being in the spectrum or whatever, I think is like such a weird, cool idea. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Like, that laugh that you heard when you said pretty gay is because that's the sound of all that tension being released from everybody's, you know, preset, what they're curious about.
Tension being released like a popped air bubble on a pussy.
So what else?
What else?
I really like your stage presence. You have a really mellow vibe, and you had really good jokes to back it up. Like, how do you get up on stage every week? I mean, how long of a set would you say in 6 to 7 years are you comfortable with doing?
It depends where I'm at, really. I don't know. I could do like 30, 40 minutes.
Oh, really?
Because I felt
I'm like terrified of you guys.
You guys seem really shy. I mean, like little eye contact. Are you a shy person in general?
I'm kind of.
I mean,
I don't know. If you don't know me, then you might call me aloof. Like if you see me out and about, but I don't know. I don't like most people. But I mean, people grow on me, and I grow on people. So.
Fuck yeah.
I'm terrible
at
interviews. I'm just.
You're terrible at interviews?
I'm terrible at talking about myself when I'm not just telling jokes. Like when people are asking me real questions about my life. I'm bad at that.
I think you're super cool. You're like Wanda Sykes on Sudafed.
Yeah.
Faith Choice, everybody.
Right, good job.
She's on Twitter at Team Sexy Dork. Faith Choice. At Team Sexy Dork. That's fun. Back to the bucket we go. This looks like another new name. Put your hands together for Elon Woods. Deep in the back. The Price is Right entrance right here. The camera wasn't even on it. Here he comes, everybody. Elon Woods.
Start now.
10 seconds ago.
10 seconds ago. I suffer from dyslexia, so when I masturbate, I actually turn my hand over like that. Apparently, healthcare is illegal. I didn't get healthcare this year because I don't have a job. I live in my friend's fucking dining room. I want to see the government try and stop me from fucking sneaking Butterfingers into my bedroom because I've been doing that for 27 fucking years. My mom hasn't seen a goddamn thing. So they can't make me be healthy. Apparently Hemingway claimed that there was a limitation to how many times you could ejaculate. So I started a bucket list for my penis. Katy Perry's on the top of that list. There's nothing worse than being homeless in this world. I can tell you this because I have been homeless. This is a true fucking story. It sucks. And I will stop that story.
Wow. You want to finish that one?
Yeah. Alright, so as
I want to see if this is the one that wins everybody over.
Basically, I was homeless and I was contemplating robbing a bank. Basically, I decided that if I was in prison, I would at least have a roof over my head, food on my plate, and every now and then someone would fuck me. But when you're homeless, no one will fuck you except for life, and you will get tired of that giant fat dick in your ass.
Oh, there you go. You can really connect with that crowd in the homeless shelter sometime with that joke.
I had some other jokes I couldn't get to it. I was really not nervous over there.
I bet that's what happens when you only have 60 seconds to do jokes. I like that you have a mechanical pencil behind your ear.
No, don't. No, don't do that.
No, please keep everything on. We want you as covered as we can be. Settle down, Elon. Bring the energy down a bit. I know your blood pressure is thumping right now. Just breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Everything's gonna be okay.
His belt is undone.
No, it's not. It's just like this cool thing that he's got going on.
What is it?
Like, I like how you just sauntered up here, like, you know what I mean? Like you've been doing comedy for 40 years. Everybody here was fucking lucky to be seeing you. And look over at Tony like, should I start now, bitch? And then you just start like, all right, I'll start now, motherfucker. And then you just have nothing to say. I thought that was cool.
I have something to say about you and your name.
Oh yeah, what about my name?
My dad's best friend is Moshe. They're not friends anymore, but he's still my friend.
Really You're a Jew?
I'm a Jew. My name's Elon.
A homeless Jew?
I'm a... I know! Where's the fucking Elon?
It's called a wandering Jew.
That last joke, though, right? Did you like it? I thought the last joke was good, the homeless joke.
You like it? A little political. A little political.
It's not political. If it's true, it's not
it
political at all.
It is fucking true. You do get sick of that big dick. Oh, sorry, talking to this. I was talking to them.
You're like Jonah Hill if he didn't have a funny bone in his body.
I've heard that, actually. Thank you.
I never saw anybody do stand-up like they're double parked. You looked at your notes 5 times in 60 seconds.
Alright, so the first time I did stand-up, it was at McCabe's in Santa Monica. And the next, I did really good actually. People laughed. I was the funniest person there, but they actually shut down the club the next week.
Oh, you were that good?
True story. True fucking story.
What? Was that on a Tuesday?
It was on Tuesday, and I swear to God, it was on a fucking Tuesday.
Got the club going up
on a Tuesday.
How long have you been doing stand-up?
This is my second time on stage.
Oh, wow. So you did the place in Santa Monica and that closed down.
Yep.
And you just had your next spot at the world-famous Comedy Store. Open since 1972.
What if Paulie ran in the back and was like, we're closing the place down?
Dude, everybody's gotta go. We just got word, right? So, like, I'm sorry, but, like, we have to do it right now, okay? I don't know, but, like, we gotta get everybody, because they're about to turn it into something else.
I have a Pauly Shore joke.
Nobody wants to hear more of your fucking jokes. What are you trying to tell us about?
It's a great joke.
No, it's
A
not.
great joke?
It's a great joke.
It's a great joke? Who wrote it?
I wrote it.
No, okay, so let's talk some about... Wait, what do you mean it's a great joke?
Because it's true.
But wait, the other jokes, why didn't you do the great joke?
Because those are all serious, great jokes.
Oh, everything you told tonight was a great joke?
They're all great.
Do you even remember this great Pauly Shore joke, or do you have to look
I
at
remember
us?
it very well. It's one of the first jokes I wrote like here in Hollywood.
Yeah.
He's cocky. I love
For a guy that writes his jokes on the fortunes inside of cookies, it's one of the best. What's your Pauly Shore joke?
Yeah.
So I was walking down the Hollywood Boulevard and I saw Pauly Shore's star on the fucking sidewalk. And it was right where the curb meets the street. And I wonder if the fucking mason worker knew that his career was going to go straight down into the gutter just like his star.
Do you hear that silence?
Yeah. It was a bad one.
Well, hold on, I'm trying to look up great here. Do you know what great clips? That's the place where you get a good haircut.
Great Big Bear.
You have no right to be goofing on Pauly and Pauly's.
No. I actually love Pauly Shore. He met me once at Newsroom Cafe. I had long hair like the fat guy from Lost.
Oh wait, this is a great story.
This is a true story. This is not a joke. This is a true fucking. If I see Pauly, he'll remember the story. He called me to his fucking table and asked me how I was doing.
Right, because he thought you were somebody else.
Exactly.
I thought you were saying
The only thing great about you is your size.
That is true. That is very true, Jeff.
No, you're adorable.
Thank you. You're adorable
Good
too.
luck with your third time on stage. Take your jacket off next time. Memorize your
I was
shit,
gonna do
and
that.
you'll do
And
better.
put your belt on. Your belt is literally off.
Just
Do you know
hanging
that?
off on two sides.
Why
I just took a piss. I just took a piss before I
Hey, can that Veterans Affairs lawyer come back and help this guy?
Oh, Jesus. Don't ever do that again either. Where are you from originally?
came. I am originally from Miami, Florida.
How long have you been in LA?
I've been back and forth a lot.
87 pounds.
I've been here back and forth since I was like 15. My brother's on a restaurant chain out here called The Carving Board, and so I've been back and forth working for them and shit. And
I'm guessing food taster?
yeah,
Wait, I have some real advice for you.
please.
I would just take the ego down, like all of it.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I mean, I don't care. It
I
doesn't bother
wanted to
me.
be cocky.
I hear you, but you're not there yet.
Yeah.
You've been doing comedy. You don't do comedy.
Second
You've
time.
never done comedy. I mean, never. And so I would just say, be humble, and start, and just tell your jokes. You know, the swagger, I thought it was charming on the way, but then when you did the thing where you were like, "This is a great joke," I was just like, "Oh, okay." You got a defense thing you're doing.
I completely agree with Moshe. Less ego and less egos. You gotta eat healthy. More vegetables in that diet.
Tony,
Less maple syrup.
I want to take that to heart. Literally, to my heart. Heart disease.
Fuck yeah. Elon Woods, everybody. There he goes. He's not on Twitter.
He hated us.
It's not on Twitter. It's the only thing I like about him.
Can't afford Twitter.
Close your belt, Elon. You're a very scary individual. Got a great joke. There you go. It's not on Twitter, by the way. So if you're looking for Elon, you're just gonna have to find him on your local pedophile database. This looks like a new name for sure. Put your hands together for Christina Marie Leonard.
Hey guys, so I've always had a lot of guy friends, and lately I'm trying to like make more girlfriends in my life. And what I've realized is why I don't have a lot of girlfriends, because I'm sure both genders know that we just talk a lot. And we talk about like the worst things ever, like how to lose weight, diet plans, you know, like paleo, juicing. Can we just go back to losing weight in the traditional ways? Like the flu. No, I'm serious, because we've all, the flu's been going around, and I had the flu recently, and you guys, you have got to try this shit. Like, you lose gobs of weight, you lie in bed all day, and you don't have to shower. Mostly because you're afraid that you're going to shit in the shower. Or the bed. You're basically just sitting on the toilet shitting all day. And then you think to yourself, wow, I really should have tried that juice cleanse. But to any of those of you out there, I'm sure it's California, have you guys tried a juice cleanse? Yeah? So then you know that you're still shitting all day. All right, thank you guys. Christina.
Yeah, Christina Marie Leonard. Where are you from, Christina? Microphone. Fuck yeah.
Hi. I'm from Omaha, Nebraska originally.
Yeah. Wow. You're whiter than Willie.
Yeah.
You're super new on stage, right?
Yeah, well,
Theater background.
Yes.
Big
yeah.
time. I
yeah.
can tell by the way that you just took the mic out of the mic stand and said yeah after you realized that you had to talk into the mic. It was a theater way that you did it.
Yeah, and then I like trapped myself with a cord too.
Yeah.
Like I once ended up on the rafters during Oklahoma. Like I got stuck as the curtain was coming up.
Wow.
Yeah.
I bet Oklahoma goes over huge in Nebraska, huh?
Except for when it's football.
How long have you been on stand-up?
About like a year and a half, but I've really been focused on it for like the past 6 months.
That's cool. Is that all here in LA?
Mm-hmm.
Year and a half in LA?
Yeah.
How are you enjoying that?
Yeah, I really like it. Like it at first, I was like, oh, I'll try this, and now I've fallen in love with it.
Ooh la la.
Yeah.
Are you ticklish?
Terribly.
I knew it.
So that I have elbows. So like if you tickle me, I'll kill you.
Yeah, I can tell.
Not on purpose.
I might tickle the fuck out of you.
Jesus Christ, Brian. There you go. Every episode, there's a part.
Yeah, coming up here, Elon Wooding all over the stage.
Oh my God.
Well, you did a couple things, but just to give you some real feedback, you did a couple things that I just like. I are little pet peeves. Like you asked the audience a question and then you wait, like you were like you needed them to answer you before you continue. Then why do you need the? What good is them going? Yes, I've been on a juice cleanse. You're like, finally, I can tell the rest of my joke. Just fucking tell the joke. You know what I mean? I hate those rhetorical questions. I hate, but also waiting for the answer. It's like, I don't get that.
I did that for a long time, way longer than I should have. I used to always think, and like even when, you know, my first year or two, when a couple good to great comedians told me like, you know, you don't need to ask questions. Even I was like, I don't know, I think it's part of my thing. You know what I mean? I just try to fucking rationalize it. It never ends with that until you just realize that mathematically just plow ahead and everybody will go on the trip with you. You have all the power.
There's nothing ever funny in the question.
Right.
I've never seen the question being the funny part.
And it never changes compared to the answer. You're going to say what you were going to say next anyway.
The question thing is sort of new, so I'm happy to kill that.
But that
bit.
goes for like everything. You'll notice with other things, you'll try to. Yeah, you guys know about this? It's like either they do or they don't. So you might as well just move forward.
The other thing I would say is you could have cut the entire first 30 seconds of your act when you were talking about the girlfriend. There was nothing there. You were just trying to get to the flu.
Right.
So why not just like start with, how come everybody's dieting? How come we don't just, what about the old way, the flu? And then now we're talking. Now I see the diarrhea dribbling down your leg, and I like it. You know what I mean? Now I'm on board comedically. I see you in the shower. It's a brown shower. I'm in.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What do you like about LA that wasn't in Nebraska?
Everything. Yeah, I tried to escape several times. Like I dropped out of college the first weekend of my senior year, and then I was broke, so I was like, well, might as well finish. But it just, the billboards, there's like entertainment here, not just a CVS, you know? And
And is stand-up your overall goal, or are you still doing a lot of acting and stuff?
Both now, yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, I have a web series, or like just trying to comedic acting.
You sing too. You sing too.
I do sing a little bit, yeah, alto. Obviously.
You took the mic out of the stand like you were about to bring the house down. Are you going to sing for us tonight?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to sing? Well, I'm not like a singer, but I'll sing for you. I'll do a little Chicago. Is that okay?
Hey, I don't want to pull your leg or anything. Jeez.
Well, I'm not a singer, but I'll sing Chicago.
Come on, babe, why don't we paint the town? And all that jazz, I'm gonna rouge my knees and pull my stockings down. And all that jazz.
Fuck yeah, that's great. You're right, you're definitely not a singer.
I warned you.
But you're so ballsy, and thank you, and thanks for being part of the show tonight. Christina Marie Leonard. All right, this is the part of the show where every single week since its inception, we've had 2 comedians come up and they write and perform a brand new minute each week. These do not come out of the bucket. They are already, they do the same spot each week, so they're always preparing a new minute once a week, which is pretty crazy. And this week's no different. Going up first tonight, Florida Dropout. She had her very first time on stage in this room on a Kill Tony, just like you saw motherfucking Sean Bigley do tonight. And she's been doing it every single week since. With a new minute tonight. Put your hands together for Kimberly Congdon.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's really hard being a college dropout and a struggling artist, because every time I get a phone call from an unknown number, I don't know if it's a callback or a bill collector. I never know if I should answer. I wish that any of my relationships were as committed as Sally Mae is. That bitch is persistent. She calls every morning. I feel like she's checking on me too throughout the day. And she even gets sneaky when I don't answer. They start changing the area code to where you're from. So you answer unexpectedly and you're like, damn, let me live. Like, I shouldn't have to be scared of answering my phone all the time. That's it.
Yeah, 50 seconds. I don't really know that Sally Mae thing. What is that?
Well, it's just like student loans.
I had no idea what that was.
Do you guys know what Sally Mae is?
Wow.
Yeah. I had a little idea for a joke in there, which they changed it to your home area code. It'd be fun. Maybe it's like your dad. You know, you're like, Dad.
Yeah.
Right? As opposed to just some, you're like, Dad. You know, like you've never met your dad. And you're like, no, it's Sally Mae calling.
That's funny because I don't know my dad.
Oh, that is funny that you don't know your dad. I find that
Hilarious.
hilarious.
That's how it happens.
Oh, you're blacker than Willie.
I love this runner we have on Willie right now. Who, by the way, is not a runner, which is one of the things that's not black about him. Willie is from Alabama.
Right. Willie's a perfect combination of like a beautiful blonde Alabama country girl and Bill Cosby doing a one-nighter in 1985, I'm guessing.
Young Cosby. Raise the roofie, buddy. Raise the roofie. Kim.
Willie! I'll never... The first time I met your mother. It was at the Knights of Pythias Hall. Sold out show. She was in charge of my fruit platter. She wanted some career advice. Alright,
We were just gonna let you go for as long as you would have gone for it.
Now, Camille and I are very disappointed that you turned out as the Iron Patriot. Kim,
What's your advice for Kim?
I'd
Bill
like to
Cosby?
see you in my dressing room. After the show, I got some decaffeinated coffee.
Oh, the decaffeinated part is the creepiest part. I don't know why, but it is.
Is the coffee making her sleepy? I put the roofie in the pudding.
Great Cosby.
Well, actually, Jeff, I think that is the proof to anybody that is new that wants to do impressions. I always think that an accurate impression is less funny than a funny impression. Like, it's not about accuracy. Is like, wow, you're a talented juggler.
Who made you the comedy expert?
Isn't that what we're doing here?
I've been doing comedy since the Jim Crow laws. Was in full effect.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Kim, how's comedy been going for you? You do spots everywhere else. You started here. Everybody gets to watch your progress every week.
Yeah, it's been going good. I was in Pasadena last week. Me and Wineshank are going to San Diego, and we're doing Brea pretty soon.
How fun.
And I'm doing the roast battle tomorrow.
Oh, yeah? That's right. Many have called her the Ronda Rousey of roast battle.
I do.
You are undefeated, correct?
Yeah,
4-0. 3-0.
Oh.
Wow.
4-0 tomorrow.
Whoa! Where did she get that confidence from? Ladies and gentlemen, there she was again.
Thank you.
Kimberly Condon, everybody. She's on Twitter, Kimberly Condon. So follow her and be a fan. Put your hands together for your final regular of the night. She also writes and performs a new minute every single week. The goofy, fun stylings of Sarah Wineshank, everybody.
What's up? Deli meat. It's a weird one. It's like, how do you know how much to order? Whenever I go to the deli counter and they ask me how much, I just say an eighth. Yeah, can I get an eighth of that boar's head? Sausalito turkey? Thanks. And it's the only place where you get a ticket, but the counter behind the deli doesn't match where you are on your ticket. It's like, I'm number 76, the counter says 4, and there's only one other person here. What the fuck is going on? I don't know how. Okay.
You want to finish it?
Nah, I'm good.
Wow. Maybe one of your best sets of you've ever had.
That's a great joke. Really funny.
You should have chopped it off though, right at the end of that the eighth. You don't need to do that other thing.
The other part
yeah,
takes
you
away
just
from
killed
it?
Yeah.
Or you could tag it with something else. But either way, you know what I mean? Like, an eighth is, I think it paints a great picture of exactly how much deli meat you're getting. You know, if you're throwing a party, you ask maybe for a half ounce or, you know, an ounce of...
Yeah.
Yeah, or if you just want to sample, you just want to taste. You know, you just need a sweet taste.
A sweet taste in a roast beef.
Is this podcast just grooming people for sexual assault for you?
Not with this one.
Why do you need I thought we were friends.
Sarah.
Yes.
What the hell were we talking about? Lunch meat. That's right.
Lunch meat.
How's Spots Other Places been going for you?
Good. They've been good. I don't know. Was that vague? I mean, they've been good, yeah.
Okay.
I'm excited about it.
All right, cool.
The ice house is good for me.
Yeah.
I heard she destroyed. I didn't get to see it, but Kim said you just fucking slaughtered.
Yeah, didn't. Thanks, Kim. Kim did great too. The Kill Tony girls, we did well at the ice
You
house.
guys have a hell of a work ethic. It's pretty crazy. Most comedians don't attempt to write a new minute each week. You
It's
know?
been paying off.
Yeah, I bet.
You can see, you know, from the last time I was here, that actually you and Kim, your confidence level for both of you to close up a show like this is way improved since the last time I was a guest. So congratulations.
Yeah.
You can see the hard work paying off.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Super cool. Super fun. Sarah.
That joke's just great. I mean,
Yeah.
that eighth joke is so much information too. It's like I like that joke where there's backstory that is never told. You know, like
Right.
hi at the deli. Like you don't have to say that, but we all see you with your half shut eyes buying the deli.
Yeah.
And, you know, maybe you could even stretch out the end of that ticket joke longer too by, you know, maybe there's more to that. Like, where are these 71 people in between the ticket and the ticket that you have?
Maybe they're in the back lot smoking some of that ham or something like that.
Hash, that corned beef hash.
Yeah, corned beef hash. That's great. Yeah.
Maybe just a dab of the corned beef hash. Well, Sarah Wineshank, so much fun. Another great new minute. Sarah Wineshank. She's on Twitter, Princess Shank. Follow her and Kimberly Condon. Two regulars at Kill Tony. crushing lately. So much fun. Guys, that's episode 94 of Kill Tony. It just happened right in front of you. Little painless needle. You didn't even feel a sting. It happened so quickly. Thanks for the food from the lovely Elise Lane. She's great. She's at The Girl with a Pan on Instagram and Facebook. She's at Elise Lane on Twitter. Willie Hunter is Willie Hunter, at Will Hunter Show on Twitter. He's the best. What's coming up, Willie? Promote your new podcast.
God, so Willie Talks this Wednesday. We're going to have Sovereign Sire, Porn Star, yeah?
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah. I'll be there for that one.
Thank you for listening to the live stream here tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, hey, I'll be in Salt Lake City this very weekend. So come see me at Wise Guys.
Salt Lake
Moshe.
City.
Yeah.
Moshe Kasher. Follow him on Twitter. Catch all of his dates on his website. Jeffrey Ross, the Roastmaster General, has the roast of Justin Bieber coming up. 2 weeks.
There will be blood. It's an honor of Justin. It's an honor being held in honor of Justin getting his period. So. How about a hand for your host, Tony?
Thanks, Jeff.